He accidentally activated everything in the room.
Ghost product
Does anyone
reviewer.
want a drink refill before we get going?
Drink what?
Refill?
Everyone? I thought you said refill. I thought that was a Dungeons and Dragons term.
Me to pour it in your cup?
I'm good, Queen.
Alright.
I got Bachi a new bed, and she likes to lay next to it. But it's still such a good Bachi. I am obsessed with Bachi. All my boys in the cut. And a couple new boys in the cut.
Hi there, it's Megan. I have not filmed in a very long time. I have some videos that I had edited on my old computer, and then that took a dump on me, and then I have a couple other videos that I haven't been able to upload because every single time I try it fails. So hopefully I can utilize this footage and it'll eventually make its way to the internet in time. But I've been filming here and there, but I've been really preoccupied with school and stuff. So the other day I filmed some footy from the little homebrew one-shot D&D game that I DM'd. I've never DM'd before, but the thing is, this was not by the book. This was not by Gary Gygax. This was not version 5. It was just a little one-shot homebrew little D&D game that I put together, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of my brother. I played D&D version 5 for like 3 years, and then my character died and some other BS happened, but I've always wanted to DM a game on my own, but I didn't want to make it some long, dry campaign or anything, so I went ahead and all my basic goals were writing out a couple character sheets and then making sure that I had 3 different fights within the game, and then also making sure that I include 2 puzzles for the players to play as well. Ugh. I am as dumb as it gets. Okay. I have 1 hour to figure this out for a group of people that has never played Dungeons & Dragons. We're not going to do this by the book. Here's a couple, let's see, D20, D20. I'm going to start from the top. Okay, so you guys are a group of soldiers that are employed by the king.
Jerry Garcia, not in the shot.
Pardon?
Not in the shot.
Well, I don't need to be in the shot.
Oh.
And so we're going to say King Jerry Garcia. And obviously you guys are enthralled and happy to work for the king. So you guys are hearing a couple rumors. You guys are hanging out. You guys are buddies. You guys are hearing rumors that a guy came from another dimension. And the rumors are that he's a bad guy, maybe even a bad girl, we'll see. And that the king really wants you to investigate. King Jerry Garcia wants you to investigate the situation. Cabin in the A's. Okay? So,
Jerry Garcia?
Yeah. So I would like everyone to take their D20, which is their 20-sided dice, and I would like everyone to roll initiative. So
At the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
You're a wizard, so
wizard. You're
you
a
have-
wizard, Harry.
you have the ability to, well, your intellect is +4. You can make educated guesses. That's not street smarts, though. That's more book smarts, but you can utilize it. But what do you want to do right now?
I'm gonna guess that the window might be open. Can I open the window?
Roll. Roll your this. Yes. Okay, Delaney just rolled a 20 for initiative in our first boss fight. All of the furniture has come alive. Everyone has rolled initiative, and we have solved our first puzzle. We've got Beefcake winning. Thus far, winning. No, just kidding. You guys are all in this together. But Wizard Deborah, Mr. Lund, and Kung Fu Jesus are making progress, but we have a fight. I made it intentionally for people who have never played D&D before, so let's see what supplies I have left. So the maps and the character sheets, I've made it probably an hour and a half before the game. I was kind of like nervous because I realized that I didn't give myself enough time to plan or anything, so I was pretty nervous, but I had the game written out and I had all the player statistics that I took notes on. So let me show you how I did it. I'm not going to show the maps. Alright, these are your dice. These are your dice. Joss. These are your dice. That's your character sheet. I would like everyone to pick up their character sheet, please. Because everyone is different. So,
I'm different.
Beefcake over here, we got a barbarian. Mr. Lunt is a thief.
We got a barbarian.
So Rowan is a thief. You
Always.
are a wizard. All of these are stained to shreds because I'm actually already starting to work on writing my new adventure for another one-shot D&D game. But here I have a warrior. This is Beefcake. And then I just wrote down 6 simple statistics with its HP and AC. I did a HP 15 and AC of 15, Strength +3, Dex +1, Constitution +2, Intellect -2, Wisdom +0, Charisma +0. And then I gave each of the characters an attack, a special attack, and then I also gave each character non-combat ability as well. So for instance, the most simple character, warrior, barbarian, beefcake, or whatever, I made sure to only have the player be using max 3 different dice, so that'd be like a d20, maybe like a d6, and a d4. So here's what the 3 simple attacks do. So what you're going to do is that you would add 4 to your d20 roll, and if that hits, then it'll deal damage of 2d6. So I explained to everyone what the d6s are and when you're supposed to roll the d20 and when you're supposed to roll the smaller dice, and everyone was getting the hang of things pretty quickly. And it was really nice. And even though I was panicking and I definitely was not ready to do that, I felt like I just pulled the creative donkey out of my... I felt like I just pulled the creative donkey out of my ass and figured it out as I went along. But I did have 2 puzzles in mind and a couple rooms in order in my mind before I went out and ensued the gameplay. So, with the battles and the puzzles, I gave it 1 scrimmage, so 1 small enemies that were basically 1 hit point and they're down. And then I also gave it a medium fight, and then I gave it a boss fight. But all of the fights probably lasted under 10 minutes. So it was nice and fast-paced and no one was getting burnt out, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be. I also included 2 puzzles that the players could use as well in the game, and the first one was trying to find a key to a magically bound door to the cabin that they were trying to get into. So that kind of took them a couple shots of how to figure out how to get inside of a magically bound door, because they were trying to break the windows, look inside the windows, talk to people around the cabin and whatnot, and they eventually found out that if they kicked the rock next to the cabin, then they'd be able to find the key. So in time, they eventually found that out, and then the second puzzle was, I got all of this from my brother, honestly. Like, I would have been absolutely screwed without his advice. It was just about doing the dash on my own, but the other one was adding wood to a glow in the stove to build a fire. And I made it personalized to the group because it's my my hippie commune that I'm a part of. So I made it like all Grateful Dead themed, and I made Jerry Garcia the king. And I would talk about the boss, but that's too personal. So yes, things went very smoothly with that, and that was like a light nerd milestone in my opinion. So I'm happy that I conducted that over this break that I've had from school. But other than that, I haven't really been doing much. I just wanted to hop on here and discuss the gameplay and how simple it was to conduct something like that. That was very easy for everyone to play. I'm now going to groom my rabbits, and they also need their nails trimmed, so I need to go and do that for the bonkies. Thanks.